Hi, this is Alessio Menconi. I was playing Cherokee, a very important standard, and I want to speak about this because there are a lot of turnaround and 2-5-1 progression. Very important, and it's very important to understand how to manage harmonic progression, how to play with some substitution, and to understand the superimposition. That means that you can have a lot of chord substitution, and you can have a lot of scales, different scales you can use, for example, in the bebop concept. I speak and I explain deeply these conceptions in my Jazz Academy 3 book and video course that you can find also in my Jazz Guitar Studio membership. And you can find a 30 euros discount if you use the coupon 30 Academy 3 that you can find down in this video. If we start with the turnaround of B flat, it's very important to understand how to play with the note on the top, that is something like a chord melody. For example, you can play with the F, the B flat on G minor, G and F on F7. This is the base from 1, 6 to 5 progression of the turnaround, 1, 6, minor, minor and 5. Instead of the first, we can play the D minor. That means that D minor is very similar to B flat major, but with the D on bass. And normally it's good to play this as a second time. 1 second. We can move from this note on top to this. Same of before in G minor 7, same on C minor, and in F we can play the A on top. So we have again D minor. Let's go to the first possible substitution obtained by making the 6th grade as a secondary dominant. That means that the G minor switch in G7, and after the B flat major we have not more the G minor but a G7 that open to many scales starting from the normal Mixolydian to a Superloquian, half tone, whole tone, Phrygian dominant. That's why when you listen to some bebop musician, you can find a lot of different scale in the same point of the different chorus. That's because the musician think about different chords and change the scale. That means you are playing superimposition, a very important conception in the bebop music. The 6th degree switched to a dominant 7 opens to all the alteration possibilities of a minor 5-1 progression. That means you can play a G7 with flat 13, flat 13 and flat 9. You can play with the sharp 9 or with the sharp 11. That means you can play the turnaround with this sound. The the dominant 7 of G open also to a tritone substitution. That means you can use a D flat 7 instead of the G7. And this open to other scales, because if you play a D flat 7, you can play also a mixolydian of D flat. Or you can play a Lydian dominant. As a secondary dominant too. After B flat major and G7, we play now the C minor switched in a C7, another dominant chords. And this open to other possibility of scale. Mixolydian, Lydian dominant. We play the turnaround in this way. G7 sharp 9, C7 13, F7 sharp 9. We have also this voicing. That means you play So when you play a turnaround and when you listen to some musician, as Charlie Parker, for example, playing a turnaround, he changes every time scales. That means that he is not changing scales, but he changes chords. And if you make some substitution, chord substitution, of course you can change the scale because you change before to change the scale the chords. Superimposition conceptions. Let's play another turnaround with this chord voicing, tritone. So we move from 5th to 13 on top, also in C, and we make another tritone substitution. Instead of F7, F7 is the original 5th degree of the B flat, and instead of F7 we play the B7 with the same movement on top. 5, 13. That means we play, if you choose the Mixolydian scale, Ionian, and then always Mixolydian. We go ahead with the other chord progression, B flat major 7, G7 with the flat 9 sharp 11, C7 with 13 but also with 9 on top, and now we switch from 13 to flat 13 or sharp 5 to minor 9 to F7 with the flat 9 and 13. This is a very common chord progression. Very beautiful. That means we play Ionia, Superloquian, mixolydia, augmented arpeggios, Dorian, then half tone, whole tone, and again B flat major. Let's play the secondary dominant on all three grades as well. So we play the third that we spoke about the D minor instead of the B major, B flat major, because it's same chord with the bass D. Also this because the D is also the fifth of the G, so we can switch in a dominant also the D, and we play D7. We can play this, it's 13 with the flat 9, half tone, whole tone. Then we play G7, sharp 5, sharp 9, C7, 13 with 9, and then again F7 with the flat 9 and 13. Another tritone substitution on the D. So you can play instead of D a flat 7, G, G flat, F7. Now I play, just improvising, a turnaround just with chords using all this chord substitution and all the inversion you can find in the Jazz Academy 3 book, and with the video lesson, around 10 hours of the video lesson and 300 pages. You can find a discount of 30 euros using the code 30academy3.